A new American peace initiative could reshape the war in Ukraine. But behind the headlines, negotiations are far more complex than they appear. Washington, Kyiv, Moscow, Europe, each has a different vision of peace. So what exactly is inside the U.S. proposal? The framework focuses on a phased ceasefire and long-term security guarantees. It includes ceasefire mechanisms, territorial discussions, security commitments, and reconstruction efforts. A structured withdrawal process is central to the proposal. But the most sensitive issue remains territory. Any discussion of borders carries enormous political consequences. Ukrainian officials insist sovereignty is non-negotiable. Kyiv's response has been cautious but firm. And European allies are shaping their own position. Some are pushing for guarantees similar to NATO's collective defense model. Moscow, however, sees the framework differently. Russian officials say key provisions require significant revision. Yet diplomatic channels remain open. Talks continue behind closed doors. A recent prisoner exchange marked one tangible outcome. The question now, could this evolve into a broader ceasefire? Behind closed doors, negotiators are working through the most difficult provisions. The framework is structured in phases, not a single sweeping agreement. Phase 1, de-escalation. Phase 2, stabilization. Phase 3, long-term security guarantees. But implementation depends entirely on trust, and trust is in short supply. Ukrainian officials argue that security must come first. They are seeking binding commitments to prevent renewed aggression. But who would enforce those guarantees? European leaders have suggested a multinational security mechanism. Some proposals resemble NATO-style deterrence frameworks, but Moscow has not committed to that model. Moscow, meanwhile, has voiced skepticism. Officials say certain provisions would need substantial revision. That leaves negotiators balancing competing demands. Still, dialogue continues, and limited agreements have already been reached. But can limited steps evolve into lasting peace? The bigger question is not just whether peace is possible, it's what kind of peace would emerge. Any agreement could redefine the European security order. For decades, security in Europe has relied on deterrence. This proposal shifts the balance toward diplomacy. In Washington, the initiative is being framed as a pragmatic. Officials argue that prolonged conflict carries economic and strategic costs. But critics warn that rushed diplomacy could create long-term instability. A fragile ceasefire without enforcement mechanisms could collapse, and any collapse could erode trust even further. So what would make this plan sustainable? Analysts point to three elements: credible guarantees, economic recovery, and political legitimacy. Reconstruction would play a central role in maintaining peace, but alignment between Washington and Moscow remains uncertain. Negotiations are ongoing but fragile. The next few weeks could determine whether this becomes a breakthrough or another stalled effort. Diplomatic momentum is building, cautiously. Envoys are traveling between capitals at an accelerated pace. Recent developments include renewed military-to-military communication channels. These channels are designed to reduce the risk of unintended escalation. Small confidence-building measures are being tested. A recent prisoner exchange marked one visible sign of progress. But progress remains fragile. The front lines have not significantly shifted, and any violation of a ceasefire could derail talks. Analysts describe three possible scenarios moving forward. Scenario 1, gradual stabilization and phased implementation. Scenario 2, a frozen conflict without lasting resolution. Scenario 3, negotiations break down entirely. The implications extend far beyond Ukraine. Transatlantic relations could be reshaped by the outcome. For policymakers, the stakes are historic. The coming phase may determine whether diplomacy becomes durable or dissolves under pressure. Back in Washington, political debates are heating up. Lawmakers are divided on how far the administration should go in negotiations. Public opinion is equally split, reflecting uncertainty and caution. Every political move carries consequences for upcoming elections. Across the Atlantic, European allies watch closely, balancing support with caution. Global markets are sensitive to even small shifts in diplomatic signals. Analysts warn that missteps could trigger broader instability. From Europe to Asia, from Washington to Moscow, every actor has a stake. International institutions are closely monitoring progress. Yet the most critical decisions are still behind closed doors. Key decisions on security guarantees and enforcement mechanisms remain unresolved. Each capital waits for signals from the other. Every memorandum and draft is scrutinized carefully. Negotiators are under pressure to act quickly. Decisions in these capitals could reshape regional security for years to come. And as the clock ticks, the world waits. Will diplomacy prevail or falter under pressure? As the day ends, negotiators prepare for the next round of talks. Every signature carries symbolic and strategic weight. Small agreements are being implemented, step by step. These moments signal cautious hope, but the path is far from certain. Across continents, decisions are interconnected. One misstep can ripple globally. Diplomats, leaders, and citizens alike watch the unfolding situation. Will incremental progress turn into lasting peace or unravel under pressure? Analysts continue to debate the most likely outcome, weighing risk and opportunity. History reminds us, fragile hope can survive only with vigilance. Today's developments are a mixture of progress, risk, and uncertainty. The decisions of the next days will not only shape Europe, but influence the world. Stay informed. The story is far from over.